Good news, folks. I have some breaking news about the fourth stimulus checks. Over 800,000 checks will be going out over the next few weeks, and those payments can be worth up to $600. And now many people are urging Congress to send checks to only low and middle income Americans. That comes as the crisis continues.
Well, welcome to the White House. Whether you are with us in person or joining us from your own home, we are so grateful to share the traditions of this special holiday with all of you.
Now, thousands of Californians are also set to receive a stimulus check worth around $600 in the coming weeks. On November 29th, officials started to mail out more than 800,000 paper checks as part of the second Golden State stimulus program. The payments worth between $600 and $1,100 are sent to those earning less than $75,000 a year, and around 803,000 stimulus checks worth around $500 million are expected to be sent out in the latest batch of checks. And according to the California Franchise Tax Board, it also includes around 3,000 direct deposit payments. And direct deposits usually show up in bank accounts within a few days, while paper checks can take up to 3 weeks to arrive. And around 7.3 million payments, valued at more than $5 billion, have gone out in total. Officials expect to issue around 9 million payments under the stimulus program.
Thank you, Mr. President. I come to the floor today to talk about the defense bill that is currently before the Senate. And I note that the majority leader this morning made some mention and some complaints about substantive, timely, and important amendments that are being offered by my colleagues. He was particularly agitated, it seems, about an amendment dealing with communist China. Well, the United States Senate has a lot of work to do by the end of the year. We need to fund the government. We need to prevent a shutdown. We need to deal with the debt ceiling. Democrats are going to need to lift that. We need to make sure that our troops are funded, and we deal with the defense bill. These are some of the important issues that are before the Senate. Yet here we are near the end of the year scrambling to get it all done in just a couple of weeks. No way to run the United States Senate. We haven't had an appropriation bill brought to the floor all year. And the defense bill has been sitting in limbo for months. The Armed Services Committee actually finished marking up this bill in July. It's a bipartisan bill, passed the vote in the committee by 23-3. Things don't get a lot more bipartisan than that. So typically the Senate starts working on the defense bill.
Well, folks, calls are mounting for a cash boost amid concerns about the ongoing crisis. Previously, 3 rounds of stimulus checks were issued to qualifying Americans to assist with crisis-related layoffs and help boost the economy. More than 500,000 Americans in Maine are set to receive a $285 stimulus check. And the governor in Maine announced that some residents should expect to receive a stimulus payment. The state will mail a $285 check to eligible residents who meet income thresholds. Plus, checks began being mailed out in mid-November, and they will continue to be sent out through December. But let's remember, millions of families are set to receive cash boost as the final round of the advanced child tax credits comes out in December. Parents with dependents under 6 typically receive $300 per child, and the amount is $250 per kid for dependents between the ages of 6 and 17. But some families could pocket a large amount, as they may have signed up for the advanced tax credit payments late. But still, food insecurity is one of the biggest hurdles that our most vulnerable neighbors face daily, and something that gets especially challenging around the holidays. So when schools close for winter break, many families will look for that regular food source. So this is what's going to happen.
IRS have visibility into opaque income streams, and that's an important way of improving tax compliance.
Secretary, let me ask you a question. Reclaiming my time, let me ask you a question, because if you're looking to catch tax cheats, why in the world would we start with something as low as $600 and then revamp it to $10,000? If you're trying to find millionaires and billionaires, they're not running lemonade stands. I don't think they are, and they're certainly not making minimum wage. So when you create a new approach to having the IRS search through our account records at our financial institutions,
it is not searching through anybody's.
compelling our financial institutions to forward our information to the IRS.
I'm sorry, it is not detailed information about what you're doing
aggregated
in your bank
information
account.
going to the aggregated information going to the IRS is the scariest proposal, and there's no way that it has to be anywhere near the thresholds that you've started with in order to find a way to take accountability for those complex organizations.
Senator Scott, your time has expired. Senator Secretary Yellen, please answer the question.
Well, Chairman, if we're going to have a conversation, we're going to have the dialogue.
Well, you've had the dialogue. Please.
We're going to have a dialogue.
We've worked carefully with Congress to narrow the scope of the reporting, and in particular to exempt wage earners and federal beneficiaries. The initial proposal was intended to be comprehensive. The requirement asked for exactly two pieces of information: aggregate inflows and aggregate outflows over the course of a year for each account where financial institutions already report interest income earned if it exceeds $10. The burden on financial institutions was minimal, and there was no attempt to target income earners whose actual incomes are below $400,000, but the low reporting requirement was meant to make evasion more difficult by opening multiple accounts.
Thank you. Senator Ossoff from Georgia is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
For households with low food security, the USDA's food stamps can be a critical lifeline. Today, SNAP helps more than 42 million Americans, reducing poverty and leading to improved health and economic outcomes. In October, SNAP recipients around the country received good news in the form of a single largest increase in SNAP benefits ever. This change was implemented by the USDA to reflect the cost of a healthy diet for Americans more accurately. Now, as part of the 2018 Farm Bill, Congress directed that the USDA regularly reevaluate the 50 Food Plan, which is used to calculate SNAP benefits. Thank you again for your support, everybody. If you have any more questions about this, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And until next time, have a great day.
College, healthcare, prescription drugs. In fact, a new independent analysis released this week showed that my plan would mean $7,400 in tax cuts and savings for the typical family of four with two children. 17 Nobel Prize winners in economics have written a letter to me affirming that this bill would reduce long-term inflationary pressures in the economy. And two of the leading rating agencies, not liberal think tanks, two of the leading rating agencies on Wall Street confirmed this month